Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The city of Huron and surrounding communities are feeling the loss of a local firefighter. 4 departments from Huron, Cavour, Alpena, and Woolsey fought a business fire on the west side of Huron for close to 5 hours in 100-degree heat.
While battling the blaze, Cavour Fire Chief Josh Kogel suffered a medical emergency and later died at the hospital. Friend and Huron Fire Chief Ron Hines says his service, alongside the dozens of firefighters, is appreciated throughout the community.
They are the backbone of the fire service in the nation. You know, your volunteers are the ones that get up in the middle of the night, go out on holidays, Christmas, birthdays, 20 below zero, 100 degrees.
The building, heard alignment and repair, was destroyed by the fire. You can find more details on this ongoing story at KELOLAND.com. A man and woman are dead after a crash in the eastern part of Custer. The South Dakota Department of Public Safety says it happened at the intersection of U.S. Highway 16A and Washington Street just before 11 o'clock Tuesday morning. An SUV was at a stop sign on Washington Street as a moped was heading east on Highway 16A.
The SUV then pulled out in front of the moped. The 67-year-old driver and 74-year-old passenger were thrown from the moped. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger in the SUV were not hurt. A Kyle woman charged with murdering her baby has reached a plea deal with the U.S. Attorney's Office. Court documents say 35-year-old Billie Jean Red Owl will admit to felony child abuse. In exchange, a first-degree murder charge will be dropped. Red Owl's daughter was less than 3 months old when she died of dehydration in 2020.
According to court documents, the infant had no moisture in her eyes, her throat was dry like sandpaper, and she had no saliva. Red Owl wouldn't take her baby to the doctor, so someone else called 911. The day after her baby died, Red Owl tested positive for meth and other drugs. When she is sentenced, Red Owl could be facing a maximum of 15 years in federal prison.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Cooler today and awfully hazy out there, Scott.
Oh, a lot of smoke in the air. Hazy conditions expected for today. Mostly sunny skies. Otherwise, with temperatures in the 70s to near 80 degrees. We'll have a high of 78 in Sioux Falls, 73 in Aberdeen, 77 in Pierre, and 80 in Rapid City. We're watching for scattered rain late tomorrow, mainly trying to set up in maybe parts of central to southeastern KELOLAND. And if you skip out on the rain, there's another chance for this weekend. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A partnership is helping an apple orchard sell fruit this year. The owner of Country Apple Orchard near Harrisburg says his trees were impacted by drought and a pest known as thrip.
That means there's no apple picking this year. The good news is you're still able to buy apples at the store.
We have, however, reached out and are partnered with some local orchards in Minnesota to bring in all the same apples we normally would have had, and then we're even focusing on having some more varieties as well that you normally wouldn't.
Jones says the orchard is saving what few apples it does have on the trees for kids on field trips. Houston Speedway closed the season with back-to-back nights of racing over Labor Day weekend.
General Manager Doug Johnson says the summer was a success
this year and help bring in more fans. There was most nights where we had a completely full infield, and that's a good thing, to have, and it brings more fans in return. So
Johnson says the car count was up more than 27% this season compared to 2022. You can learn about the construction projects happening during the fall and winter with this story right here on KELOLAND.com.
There's some more color in downtown Sioux Falls. The 10th Street parking ramp mural is starting to take shape as artist Walter Ports has started working 12 to 16-hour days painting the colorful mural.
Ports says he hopes to finish the 7-story mural by September 12th. In total, the mural covers 42,000 square feet, and the work is being funded by a $30,000 gift from Market Beat. You can find more photos of the parking ramp right here on KELOLAND.com by Eric Mayer. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we look at your weather today, the story is that smoke. Here's a look at the latest forecast for that. And that haze, basically this product looks at the density or the thickness of that smoke at the lowest levels where you and I are breathing in that air today. So obviously, the thicker this is, you can see these bands of even yellow indicating where it's still a talking point. Certainly at 2 o'clock this afternoon, widespread haze. Now, the forecast tonight, tomorrow, there are some improvements here. Watch that Minnesota air. That's going to come in and actually help to shrink this band of smoke a little bit tomorrow. It still will cover a good section of central South Dakota Thursday morning, but we do expect it to be thinner in coverage both east of Sioux Falls and then also into the Black Hills region. So that's kind of the setup there. And then hopefully we get some rain chances at times this weekend, and we'll see how that affects the smoke product. It's been cool this morning, too. Don't forget about the 40-degree weather in parts of western Kettleland. Sioux Falls today will be back up to 75 there at 3 o'clock. We're expecting a high in the upper 70s. Tonight looks to be cool, a lot of 50s. Look at the 40s in the northeast. And then during the day tomorrow, well, watch the radar. There could be some showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms trying to develop from Plea to Mitchell. We'll see how much of that will affect us here later Thursday evening and then maybe early Friday morning. It is a chance of rain. We've put that in Sioux Falls at 20%. And then as we advance toward the weekend, take a look at the maps here. We've got a system coming in from the northwest, and because it's cooling off, well, we're optimistic there will be some pockets of rain, but if you have some outdoor plans for the weekend, be sure you're double checking the weather because there will be some rain, not just in one spot. This is all the way into southern Minnesota. See how on Sunday it's raining from the Black Hills and then areas of showers and thunder all the way through Nebraska and western Iowa. So there will be pockets of rain around. And then I think by Monday we kind of clear that and back to some cooler than normal temperatures. That's an interesting phrase. We haven't said that a lot here over Labor Day weekend. It's been just the opposite. So now the weather beginning to feel a little bit more like September. See, days 5, 6, and 7 are all in the 70s. And we've now expanded the rain chances a little bit. We've got one shot Friday morning or early Thursday evening. That's kind of one window. And then that Saturday rain comes in and a Sunday chance. We'll keep an eye on the probability numbers. Those could go up. I think Aberdeen also stands a chance of rain for the weekend. Not as high as Sioux Falls, but it's in there. And then next week, it's cooler. If you like low 70s for highs, Monday, Tuesday, there's your ticket there. Looks like Plea also looking at rain chances through the weekend. And Rapid City, well, look at that. Cooler weather, 68 the high on Sunday. Monday, 67. Check out more details with that forecast at kettleland.com.